You are watching an episode of Sinspired on the Faithful Sinners.
Welcome back, and thanks for tuning in to the Faithful Sinners. My name is Timothy Baker, and this is where we try to navigate this messy thing we call life with a little bit of clarity and a whole lot of grace. We try to spark something in believers and also offer a hand of hope to those that are still seeking. Now, on today's episode, I'm going to do a continuation of a topic that I started previously. And in this one, I'm going to discuss the healing power of hope. But let me first start with Psalms 42, 2 through 3. My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God? My tears have been my food day and night, while they continually say to me, where is your God? And then also referencing 1 Peter 4, 12 through 13. Beloved, do not think it strange concerning the fiery tale which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened to you. But rejoice to the extent that you partake of Christ's sufferings, that when his glory is revealed, you may also be glad with exceeding joy. Why those stand out to me at this particular point in time is I am going through a major challenge. It really is something that's changing the trajectory of not only my summer, but potentially my life. And the injuries that I have now learned I am going to be dealing with is this shoulder is broken. I broke the ball in the shoulder joint and waiting to go get an MRI to determine if I ripped that rotator cuff apart as well. But at any rate, it's limited my ability to be able to be mobile. And in addition to that, the seizure is what I'm having to go with at this point since we don't have complete clarity. But the seizure episode also caused my back to spasm like crazy. So with that, my back is now constantly sore. Makes it at times even hard just to do something as simple as a video like this. But why do I mention all of this? This is an injury that is definitely changing aspects of my present life and potentially aspects of my future life. And I could be very frustrated. I could be really angry. I could, be one that is blaming God for putting me into this position. But the truth of the matter is, what I am doing is asking God to make sure that I get out of whatever it is that I'm going through the lesson that He's intended for me to take from it. Now, that means I'm staying optimistic. I definitely don't fall into the traps of blame because, life is life. We're going to have ups and we're going to have downs. And it's a matter of how you choose to respond is how you're going to experience those ups and downs. Now, I also look at, through difficulties, I experience the grace of God. So you may ask, where is my God? Well, He's right alongside of me. He's helping me to learn something that I needed in order to be a better steward and also just a better human. So I don't look at things of this nature in a negative light. Yes, it sucks. Not cool, very uncomfortable, actually very painful. But at the same time, I am optimistic that there's something I'm just not seeing that's going to come from this. So I challenge you, if you're in one of those seasons where you have challenges that may be even feeling overwhelming, how are you responding? Are you blaming or are you reflecting? Are you looking for ways to take something and turn it into a positive? Or are you going to let it remain negative and drag you down with it? That would be my challenge for those of you out there potentially going through some type of um, either emotional or physical, spiritual, vocational challenge, that you really consider how it is that you are choosing to respond. So I appreciate you taking time today to listen to this episode of Sinspired. And if you know someone out there that is experiencing some challenges and just needs a little bit of encouragement, share this video with them, because they're not alone. I'm not alone. I know that. And I'm not alone even just in my condition. There's several people that have dealt with the same thing, and many, many more that have dealt with a lot worse. So I look at, what can I do today to gain that knowledge to help me be a better person and get me through this process and on to the other side moving forward. So again, thank you very much for tuning in today. And like I always say, continue to keep growing, keep seeking, and make sure you share so we can all sin better together.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of The Faithful Sinners, and make sure you check us out at thefaithfulsinners.com.